Dear intern, before you pick up that cutlass, you need to watch this video.
Group 6! Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. So these are my guys working tirelessly. Can you see them?
Hello, I'm Bukola Deribigbe from the Department of Crop Production and Protection, CPP, popularly known as CPP. Alright, so towards the end of farm year, I kept thinking about how I should make a video talking about my farm year experiences and, basically just, give insight or some information that I think will help the next set of interns, and also for those that are currently in part 2 going to part 3, and just my junior colleagues, basically, so that once you enter the Faculty of Agriculture, you know that you are in for a ride. So this is not just for the next set of interns after my own set, it's also for everyone in the Faculty of Agriculture, because you would know what to expect during your own farm year. Of course, things might change, but these are just basic things that you should know, things that you should expect. So I'll be sharing them, and I hope that it will help you and ease your burden and bring some ease into your journey. Yes, because it's a journey of 1 year, and you can't afford to be ignorant. You can't afford to just dive into it without some very important information. So because I know I have the capacity to speak for 1 hour without feeling anything, I'm going to be summing up all my talking into 5 points, right? So I'll call them the 5 things or 5 essentials you need for a good farm year experience, or at least one where you won't lose your mind. Does that sound okay to you? Yeah, so let's get into it. So the first essential that you need is a good communication skill. How does that sound? Yeah, don't worry, it's not complicated. Communication talks about how you interact with different personalities, how you are able to interact and communicate your opinions, your dissatisfactions, and the fact that you need to be able to listen well to people. Communication is not just about talking about your opinion and your suggestions. You have to learn to listen to other people, right? And one important thing that I mentioned was that you need to be able to interact with different personalities. For example, in my group, there is a guy, I won't mention his name, but there is a guy in my group that he can say anything at any time to anybody. And I'm not even joking. This guy, he plays around a lot. He can, like I said, he can see anything. He can involve your family members, and I mean, to him it's just a joke. To him it's just playing around. And if you're the type of person that takes things personal easily, you would have a lot of problem with that kind of person, right? So on the farm, you will be meeting with different kinds of people. I mean, in case you don't know, your group members will include different people from different departments. We have people from AC, people from CP, people from ANS, people from SLM and the likes. So you are interacting with different people. Some of them you've not spoken to them before, and so you are now in the same group with them. You have to tolerate them. You have to be accommodating also, right? So in talking about communication, you have to be able to interact with these people. And another thing I need to mention under this is that communication is with interacting with people, right? Talking and listening, right? But I want to point something out, which is hierarchy. Yes, because there are things that you really want to say. You are hungry, you want to fight, you want to talk, you are frustrated, but there are things that you just have to do. And number one is that you need to talk to your group leader first. Even if you are angry and you want to bring down the whole farm, you need to voice out and talk to your group leader, because a group leader is there so that it's like the closest leader to you that you can communicate your dissatisfaction to, and let him go and talk to those, in higher authority. So if you have something that you need to communicate urgently, don't just start screaming and causing a scene and embarrassing your leaders or farm instructors. That is that your group leader will just go to the instructors to communicate and everything will be sorted. But if you choose to handle it on your own and say, I must voice out my opinion matter, no, we don't do that here. So the second thing I feel you would need to have a good experience on the farm is resilience and determination, or you can say resilience or determination, whichever one you want to go with. But in life, whatever you want to do, you need to have that resilient spirit. You can't just back down at every point in time, and that's where determination comes in. You have to make a resolution in your heart that this thing is important in my journey, right? It's something you have to do. You have to do it and get over with, right? You have to do it and do it well. Family is very important, whether you like it or not. It is very important in your journey on Obafemi Awolowo University in the Faculty of Agric, right? So you have to determine that you are going to put in your best. You have to make a resolution in your heart. See, don't look at other people, because you see different people on the farm, people that they just don't care. And if you are watching this video, it means that you care. It means that you at least want to survive farm here. It means that at least you want to prepare yourself for what is ahead of you. And so if you are here, you should actually listen to me. Yes. So you have to have that resilient spirit. You shouldn't give up. Things will come, because when instructions come to us, it's just to prepare our minds for what is to come. If in the Bible, for example, God says fear not, it means that something will hit you one day that will cause you to fear. And so if he's telling you not to fear, it means that fear will come, but you should not fear. So if I'm telling you that you need that resilient spirit, it means that some situations will come and they will shake you up, and you will need to be strong. You need to be able to encourage yourself. You need to be determined that I'm going to put in my best in this farm year to have the maximum results that I'm supposed to have. Yes, because nobody will do that for you. There are days that I will wake up, I'm like, do I have to go today? I am serious. You won't be motivated every day. Forget all the pictures you've seen of people going to farm. Those people are products of their resilient spirit. When farm year students wake up in the morning and you see them at 6 a.m. at the bus stop, it's not because they want to be there. They are just determined to do well. They are just determined to be successful, right? And they are determined to put in their best, at least for the main time. It's just 1 year. Yes, 1 year is a lot, but I mean, no matter the matter, it will come to an end. So you need to be determined. You need to have that resilient spirit, because farm year, what? It will stretch you. So the third thing you need for a good farm year experience is you have to have a good support system. Yes, farm year is not just about you. I mean, you don't have to do it alone. Yes, you heard me right. You don't have to do it alone, even though it's your matric number that is on your e-portal or whatever. You are not supposed to do it alone. You need people. And by people, I'm talking about your group members. I'm talking about your family members. I'm talking about your church members, or your Muslim sisters and Muslim brothers. Yes, I'm talking about those people. Having a good support system means that you also learn how to ask for help, because people are there for a reason. If you don't ask, you just keep doing things, and it's just you just faint. Yeah, people have fainted on the farm before, and I'm not saying it's because they didn't ask for help. The work, it's just telling you how strenuous the work is. For people to faint, oh, yeah, come on, question. So you can't expect to do everything on your own. Sometimes you need to ask somebody to help you weed, to help you slash. Some of my group members did it, and wasn't such a bad thing. And I'm not saying you should be lazy. I'm just saying that you need people, right? Yorubas will say what? Don't worry. Yoruba is my thing. Yorubas will say that àjèjì ọwọ́ kan ò ṣe kíni kò gbẹ́rù dórí. It means that there's no strange hand that can use one hand to carry a heavy load and put it on the head. You need the second hand to put that load on your head. Basically, I mean, that's how I understand the proverb. So you need people. Now, I've talked about how your group members can help you with work on the farm and different things, basically just asking for help. Secondly, you need your family members. See, that's not the time to cut your family off, that there's farm work, oh, nothing else. You need families, you need your family members, you need to call home. There are times that all you just need after a very stressful day is to call your mom, or you call your sister, or just call a family member. You need your family members, you need your church community. All right, the fourth thing I have on my list is money. Yes, money is very, very essential. You need a lot of it for your farm, yeah, right? And what are the things that you need money for? You need money for transportation. Yes, I mean, you have to transport yourself from one place to another. If you are staying on campus, well, good for you, but you still have to take yourself to farm, right? If you are in town, you know that you need more money to bring yourself to campus and then to farm. So for all of that, you need money. Secondly, you need money for projects and assignments. Yes, there will be a lot of assignments to do. There will be a lot of projects, right? And I mean, some of them are group based and some of them are individual based, and you need money for them. For example, you might be required to visit a farm, like outside school. I mean, to go to a farm to access their business models and all of that. You might just have to do a lot of things that will require you to move from one place to another, and you need money for all of that. So that's for projects, and it's still connected to transportation, right? There are a lot of things you have to pay for. You have to print assignments, you have to print different documents, right? You need money for all of those things. So yeah, if you're a group leader and you're watching this, I have something for you. This is something we did in my group and it worked for us. Yes, to the best of my knowledge, it did work for us. So we had a specific amount we were contributing every month, so that when we have a group project to do, we won't have to be asking for, yeah, bring 100 naira there, yeah, bring 10 naira there. No, it is that money that we have in the bank that we take from and we use for our project. And it did work for us. It worked for us because there was a time, I mean, there will be times that as an individual you don't have a lot of money, and because you have paid into the group account, the group leader will just take from that account to do the assignments that we need to do as a group, and you don't have to kill yourself for that at that point in time. You just feel so much ease. And another thing I think you should put this into consideration is that whoever you're keeping your money with should be a credible person. Don't go and give money to somebody that will spend your money for themselves. So that is very, very important also. It will help. Another thing you need money for is feeding. Yes, you have to eat. Please, as much as you can, don't go to farm on an empty stomach. See, of course, for me, there were times that I went to farm and I didn't eat, maybe because of a specific reason. And sometimes it's just life that happened. I just couldn't eat before going to farm. And those days that it happened, I knew what I experienced. So as much as you can, don't go to farm on an empty stomach, because you'll be doing labor. You're basically laboring. So you need food for that. You need energy. Like I said before, some people fainted on the farm. Oh. Nobody knows the reason, but you can faint if you don't have food in your stomach also, and if you are dehydrated. So you need food and water, and for that you need money. So pay attention to that, and I trust that God will provide for your needs. So let's move to the next point. Okay, so the last thing on my list, which is like the most important, because I mean, I saved the best for the last. Does that make sense? Yes. So the last thing on my list is God. Yes, God is a big factor. In my own life, He is. And it should be in your life too. Because I don't see how you want to do things without involving God. Bible says that we should acknowledge God in all our ways and He will direct our path. Right? See, as simple as planting tomato, I prayed about it. I'm serious. Even though in the end I didn't harvest a lot on my plot, but it just gave me that peace that there is someone I report to, right? There is someone that cares about every area of my life. There is someone that wants to see me succeed. There is someone that just loves me so much, right? So I tried my best and I involved God in all the things that I was doing, because I just can't do it alone. Who am I? I'm just a small girl, and there were situations that I couldn't handle on my own, and it will be the same for you too, right? You will meet people, you have authorities over you that you can't question them. You can't tell them that what you said is wrong, or what you just said to me can never be possible. I can never do such a thing. You find those people, and because you can't stand up to them, you just have to give in. But you know that you have God, you have a father that you can always run to. And so God is a big factor in your life. And don't get me wrong, it's not just someone that you go to when you have troubles. And so one thing that I would advise you to do is that you should not run away from your community, your Christian community or other communities that you might belong to, right? Don't neglect them because of family. Family is stressful, but I mentioned it when I was talking about support system. You need a community. You need people that will encourage you in the Lord, right? Because you can't just do it alone. You cannot. There are times that because you are so tired, you don't want to pray. You need a community. You need to fellowship with other brethren. You need to go to church. So in your personal space, you should keep praying. You should keep studying the Bible, because those are the ways that you connect with God, right? And you also connect with God when you are in the midst of other people that are doing things that you are supposed to be doing. Because if you are alone, you might not be able to, you might not be ginger to do those things. But if you find yourself in a gathering of like-minded people, they will encourage you, and you can keep your your relationship with the Father, with God. All right. So God is a big factor in your life. He's a big factor in my life, and He should be too for you. So don't neglect God because of family. And here we finish. You now God will remain. All right, you finally made it to the end of the video, and I am very proud of you for that. You came here because you wanted to learn, you wanted to prepare yourself for the journey ahead, and for that, kudos to you. So what are the things I spoke about? I spoke about having a good communication skill, how that you need people, right? That's for support system. I talked about money, how that you need money. And for those that are not really expecting much from home, you can start a business on the farm. Actually, I mean, there were people that were not business people before, but on the farm they started selling edibles, right? As far as it is edible, bring it to farm, people will buy it from you. And yes, you should actually keep that in mind. Also, I spoke about the fact that God is a big factor in our lives, and you should not ignore Him, because you need Him to do all that you need to do, right? Is a big factor in your life. Thank you for watching this video. I know I'm not used to the YouTube what's it called, I'm not used to the YouTube mantra, the whole like, share and subscribe yet. But I mean, I would love you to share this video with other interns that and any student studying any agricultural course in Obafemi Awolowo University. You can also share it with other people in other universities, because I believe that the things that I shared are not just peculiar to OAU, right? They can be incorporated into your lives wherever you find yourself, right? So please share, like, comment, and let me know if you have any question and you want me to make a video concerning any particular thing, or you've been hearing a rumor on the farm, or you'll be hearing a rumor about farm and you want to clarify and you want me to make a video about it, or you want to speak to me one-on-one. Yes, I mean, we're on break, so you can reach out to me and I'll be sure to answer your question. Yes, I trust God I will know the answer. So yeah, so thank you for watching, and hope to see you maybe next time. Who knows? Bye bye.